Good morning.
Morning.
Today we are delighted to have Mark Del Rosario from Advanced Consulting Solutions with us. Mark and his team collaborated with Office HubTech to build a custom solution on Zoho Creator, and today we will be discussing their journey, the challenges they faced before implementation, and how the solution was designed and the impact it had on their operations. Mark, thank you for taking the time to join us today and share your experience. Before we dive into the solution itself, it would be great to understand a bit about your organization. In order to set the context for our audience, could you please give us a quick overview of ACS? What your organization does, the industry you are in, and where you are primarily located.
Sure. So ACS Group is an engineering firm that started in Las Vegas, Nevada in April of 2020. ACS Group started in the casino of one of the founders. Two people started the company, David Meske and James Taylor. And then within 5-6 years, we are now operating in many different areas. We have 3 company locations. The corporate headquarters is here in Las Vegas. We have a sizable operation in Austin, Texas, as well as Boston, Massachusetts. From these 3 offices, we operate all over the country, providing fire protection services to a lot of organizations, whether it's to end users directly or through architectural firms and general contractors.
That's a great context for us, Mark. Now let's talk a little about your role in this journey. Could you please tell us about your role at the company and how you were involved in implementing the Zoho Creator solution?
Sure. So I am the CFO of the ACS Group. I started with the company a little over 2 years ago. Again, we started as a startup company, and as there was a need for managing the financials, I came on board, and we had already committed to implementing Zoho as a long-term solution. Prior to Zoho, ACS Group did not have any financial reporting other than Excel spreadsheets and bank statements. So Zoho 1 was implemented for all of our organizations, and we utilized a lot of the tools within Zoho to be able to have multi-company reporting, intercompany reporting. We use CRM for all our sales analytics. We use Zoho Projects for our project management, Zoho Books for our accounting. And then we, as we started maturing in our usage, we started integrating analytics into our daily work, and saw some gaps in what analytics can deliver, specifically with regards to user input, right? So all our financial data is housed in Zoho Books. Not a problem getting that out into reporting through analytics, but we needed to have user input parameters that did not impact our financial reporting, but primarily driving performance metrics. And so that's where Office HubTech presented Zoho Creator as a potential solution to solve some of those gaps.
Yes, Mark, you are right. So every implementation usually begins with a challenge that needs solving.
Yep.
Before implementing Zoho Creator, what challenges or inefficiencies were you experiencing in your operations?
So this is primarily This is a business model change in how we manage our staff. Most consulting firms utilize a utilization model, which is what we utilized in the past as well. We wanted to kind of shift our performance metrics for our consultants, utilizing an effectiveness method, an efficiency method, and not just a utilization method, right? With utilization, you are rewarding hard work, which is great. However, you can mask inefficiencies in projects by keeping the focus 100% on utilization. So we decided to use a revenue model, which allows us to calculate every consultant's contributed revenue using their hours and their bill rates. But on top of that is to allow project owners to assign margins to the people that contributed to the projects. So if a project, a fixed fee project had a $100,000 margin, the project manager can allocate that margin to the various contributors, especially the key contributors to the success of those projects. It can even be a matrix allocation, meaning you can assign maybe bad resources, negative margins, and offset that with positive margins for the key contributors. And this allows us to kind of have a mix between utilization and efficiencies as a way to reward our employees and as a new performance metric. So we're very excited about putting that in place because this allows folks to not have to work 60, 70 hours a week to be able to meet their performance metrics. If they can deliver projects under budget in an efficient manner, they will get rewarded through the budget allocation process.
Right. Those kind of operational gaps can definitely impact the performance metrics. And the next question is like, how did these challenges impact your productivity or business outcomes? And what made you realize that a custom built solution would be more effective than continuing with the spreadsheets and Excels?
Well, as we continue to grow, right? As we said, we started in a casita 6 years ago, and we need to be able to look at any solution from a scale perspective, right? We are continuing to grow. We now have, I think, 25, 26 employees, and we hope to add maybe 5 to 10 more in the next year or two. So having a process utilizing Excel spreadsheets and manual inputs would definitely not be scalable. We want to keep our SG&A expenses, which is our accounting, finance, reporting, HR. We want to try to keep that to a minimum, right? We want to try to keep our SG&A low so we can continue offering good bill rates to our clientele with less overhead. So that approach of having more automation allows us to keep our resources on the SG&A side to a minimum while continuing to support the growth of the company.
That makes sense. Once the need for a custom system became clear, the next step was building something that truly fits your processes, right, Mark?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So could you please walk us through a few key modules in your Zoho Creator application and explain their purpose and how they support your operations?
Oh, absolutely. So we bring in information from several different areas within Zoho, right? So it depends on our sources of truth. So we bring in our budget revenue coming from Zoho projects. We bring in our time logs from Zoho projects. We have our bill rates in there, our cost rates in there. We bring the invoicing data from Zoho Books. We bring in the expense data from Zoho Books. This allows us to have a full picture of project financials as a project completes in one analytical spot. And from there, we are able to assign those margins without impacting the financials. These are activities that don't impact our P&L, and so they're not accounting entries. They are more, again, for performance metrics. It's really a tool to change how we are measuring employee success.
Okay, that's really interesting, especially how the modules are structured to support your workflow. And the next question is like, were there any integrations with other tools or systems as part of this solution?
I believe most of the integrations are from the various apps within Zoho One. I guess I'm not too familiar with the data structure within Zoho. My understanding is, we use the various sources of truth from our perspective. Like budgets are coming from Zoho projects. If we start integrating sales numbers, we would take that from CRM. So we're trying to ensure that we have the right sources of truth for the various purposes, and that's where Office HubTech with the work helping us implement Zoho from day one, has that familiarity with which modules are the sources of truth for the various pieces.
Thank you, Mark, for your wonderful feedback. Like with those integrations in place, the system becomes significantly more powerful, right?
And with any systematic solution, right, you have to have, especially when it comes to reporting and analytics, your key fields are already established through the Zoho integration. So whatever keys were established for the integrations, same keys are utilized for this for the reporting, right? It avoids break fixes down the road by utilizing the same keys that are used for integration into our reporting.
Got you. Since implementing the solution, what key improvements have you seen, whether in efficiency, time savings, or overall operational visibility?
Well, we're kind of excited to get it implemented. We've worked out most of the bugs, but with every improvement that Office HubTech delivers, it also gets gets the wheels turning, gets us thinking about, okay, what else? How else can we improve this process some more? In fact, I think I sent Samuel some more feedback based on some discussions with my team yesterday on how to get this implemented. So it's still kind of a work in progress. We're in a beta testing phase, so we're hoping to be able to roll this out the next couple of months so that people can get used to it from a performance metric. And then once we're targeting by the second half of 2026, it'll be our performance metric for that period.
Okay, got you. So, have you seen any measurable outcomes or feedback from your team or other departments since adopting this solution?
Definitely from the folks testing this process, and our CEO who's reviewing our progression into changing our performance metrics. So there is some excitement seeing what is possible, and I'm hoping we can utilize a similar approach to some of our other needs in the future. So I expect this will cause more questions because of more opportunities and what we can do with reporting, and we hope to get that feedback from the users once it gets rolled out.
It's great to hear that the team giving you like a positive response. And looking ahead, do you plan to expand or enhance the solution further?
Oh yes, absolutely. Right. First time you roll it out, this is our the basic process, and then as we get feedback from folks, we expect to be able to address that feedback with more enhancements to make it more user friendly to everybody. And for other solutions that we may have challenges delivering, this could be another option, another approach to delivering anything that requires user input.
Okay, got you. Yeah, finally, would you recommend Zoho Creator and Office HubTech to other businesses? And if so, what would be your key reasons behind that?
Absolutely. the key to finding optimal solutions, right, is understanding the business needs, understanding the use cases, right? The best practice when it comes to delivering technical solutions is not necessarily solutioning right away, right? It's understanding what the needs are, what the challenges are, understanding what the requirement is. And then from there, you do have to have a trust factor with your IT counterparts to deliver the right solution based on what your needs are. Most of the time, you get a business driving the end result, which is the solutioning, right? And that takes away from utilizing the expertise that you have at your fingertips. The business is there to provide the what, right? What do you need? Not how it is solved, right? And when you rely on your IT counterparts to provide the solution options, how it's going to be solved, and provide the reasons why it's better to solve it this way or that way, then you are utilizing your technical expertise the right way.
So how would you going to rate us?
So we'll see once people start providing me feedback. But I would say from a working relationship and how we are building these processes, I would say a 9.
Thank you, Mark. We value your feedback. And for closing this session, once again, Mark, thank you once again for taking the time to share your experience with us today. It's been great learning from ACS Solutions approach their operational challenges and how the custom solution built on Zoho Creator has helped streamline your processes and improve visibility across your projects. We truly appreciate the opportunity to have partnered with your team throughout this journey. At Office Uptech, our goal is always to work closely with our clients to understand their business processes and build solutions that genuinely support their day-to-day operations. Hearing how the system is helping your team today and your plans to expand it further in the future is incredibly rewarding for us. Thank you again, Mark, for your time and sharing your experience. We look forward to continue our collaboration with ACS in the future. Once again, thank you for your time, Mark.
Absolutely.